Hey YouTube, this video is for my one of my coworkers, my buddy Paul. So I'm gonna just show him some of my tank the best I can, and then I just mainly want to talk to him about the equipment I have. Paul, you can see that's the thermometer for the Reef-Lite system. I'll show you that. Just some of my corals. I don't have anything massive. I got some SPS. Just my little Tanaka Pygmy Wrasse. My Blue Assessor. They're really cool fish, Paul. They're part of the basslet family. My Tumini tang. Remember how we were talking about tangs get kind of big? Well, this is the smallest size tang that you can buy. Like, even full grown, they only get to about 6 inches. So they say on the books. So it's the smallest tang once they get full grown you can get. So I got it. My fire shrimp. Got my Maxima clam. Let's see, I got some bird's nest over here. It's doing pretty well. Got a mushroom that I've had forever. I got some teacup LPS corals. But anyways, I'm gonna just go over some of the products that I have. So first of all, here's my Kessel 360 tuna blues. These are the wide range, Paul. They're not the narrow ones. I don't know if they still make the narrow ones, but the narrow ones are when a light's projected, it's more like straight down and not as wide, and they offer those as well. So these are the fans I run to keep the tank cool. And see, I've got slits in the back. I put up this mesh web material right here in hopes that, you know, a fish couldn't maybe slide through there or something. With my overflow, I also did the mesh net material to keep fish from out there. When I first got my little clown goby, he actually jumped in there like the first 2 days, and I couldn't find him. And it had been a day, and I finally looked back there, and I ended up scooping him out. It took me like 2 hours. But he's never jumped back there, and that was like 8 months ago. I got my Murloc fittings. You know, make sure you always get these so that the snails and stuff can't get inside. Because if you don't have this, it's just like basically bare... it's just a big open gap, and snails get inside and clog up your return pole. So those are my Sea-Chi Voyagers. They're real nice. They're AC pumps. They are, I think, 1400 GPH gallons per hour. So my tank is 2400 gallons per hour, whatever the math is. I can't remember, but it's pretty good flow. So getting over like all the equipment and stuff. So this is my Sea-Chi wave maker. This is what it pumps hook into. So see, it's got an adjustable. So this is P2. So P2 is the right hand side. P1 is the left hand side. And if you want to get, like, if you want P2 to run longer, then you would flip it over more, but I have it set in the center so they both are on the same amount, and that's the timer right there, you can see. So it's like basically you got your 1 minute. I put my pumps on 5 minutes, and I put them on equal lengths of time, because the more your pumps switch on and off, while yes it's good for the tank, it cuts down the life expectancy of the pump. So the longer you can run it, the better it does, and my corals seem to be doing fine. There's my little alien eye coral. I don't know if you can see that. That one's pretty neat looking though. It's an SPS. So anyways, this is kind of hard to see, but this is my power strips. You can see everything is hooked in back there. And I have everything labeled. So it's all labeled. And like what I recommend is, if you want to try to hide the power strips, you probably want to put the ones that you're going to be turning on and off towards you, and then the ones that won't get turned off much, put towards the far side of the wall. So this is my little Kessel controller. This is pretty much mandatory. It's all separate. So you have to buy a link cable and a controller, so it totals like 120 bucks. But you can turn it on. You can see it has time and date. You can't see all the other stuff, but it's really nice. It has a acclimation setting for new corals, so the light's not too strong. So it'll automatically, like, you can put on acclimation setting, and it takes your current light intensity and it draws it down 50%, and it slowly works up to a 14-day period of time. It's really nice. It's a great lights. I love the Kessel, man. They're really great. You kind of got to get used to that bluish color though, but you can always buy accent lighting if you want to see more purples and stuff. So here's my tunes controller. So as you can see, it's got the water level too high, pump on when it comes on, and too low, and it's really nice. It has it's got a 3 backup redundancy system. So basically it has a laser eye sensor and the sump that I'll show you in a second, and then if that fails, it has a float mechanical float switch, and if that fails, then this will run at the max. I think it's like 5 minutes or something like that, and it automatically cuts off. So it's really good because it basically has a three-part failsafe. This is my Reef Gently, Reef Keeper light. And see, Paul, you can see I'm trying to get a camera focused here, man. But see, you got the it tells you like your power open, closed. So these are my fans. Remember the fans in the canopy? It tells you they're on. And so you can, this is $130. It's pretty much like the base model. It works really nice. But you can like put your fans on to where, like, if your temp is over 80 degrees, the fans will kick off and they'll cool the tank down to, like, let's say 79, and then you can set it for like 79 degrees, the fans will kick off. Alright, so that's an example there. Alright, Paul, this is where the guts are, man. You'll appreciate this, right? So that's my 2 fans I have. So I can't remember the technique it's called, but cooling the water with air evaporates much faster. So in the summertime, when I have the fans on, the tank evaporates a lot more, which runs down my ATO a lot. You can see that's my ATO. It's a 10-gallon ATO. It's ruby crystals or something. It's really nice. So it's got little built-in slots. It's got a top on it you can pull off. It doesn't have handles, but it just looks good in the home, you know. So anyways, this is my I run GFO. I don't run carbon. I don't see the need for it. I quarantine all my fish, and I have a quarantine tank that I can show you too. But this is my my GFO right here, and I use 2 little fishies, Fospan. They're a pretty good brand. I don't use all their stuff, but for GFO and stuff. Here's my Skim Mate. She's got that nice dark Skim Mate color to it. That's good. This is my Ice Cap 120. I got a heater. I'm getting a new heater, but like I said, you should get titanium if you can, or whatever. But anyways, working up to my manifold. So here's a manifold. So you can see the GFO reactor goes to here, and then I have open spots, and then as you can see, my UV sterilizer right here goes up to here. The styrofoam is because this part, the air bubbles can come out. But it's really nice UV sterilizers. They're just really expensive, man. But and I have that set to pretty much max flow because I want low algae, so I turn my UV up to flow a lot. If I wanted to kill more of like pest and stuff like that, or not so much pest, but you know, unwanted pathogens and things like that, I would turn it down, because the slower it goes, you kill more of like those pathogens, and the higher you mainly work on algae and the pathogens live. So this is my check valve I was telling you about, man. It's really nice. You can unscrew this cap and take this plunger out, and what that does is it's basically bulletproof. It's expensive. It's $40 a piece, man, but it's really nice, dude, if you're into it. And like I said, I always use all my little clamps right here. Those are good to have. See if you can see my ATO. Let's see. You see my ATO? You should be able to see it right there. You see it's got the laser eye sensor, the float switch, and then I've got my my dosing pumps and my ATO. They all run off of that. You can see that right there. It's pretty nice. It's pretty much mandatory you have that, I think. And like I said, there's all my plumbing up there. It's all brand new stuff. This tank was about 4 years old, and it was in really bad shape, Paul. You should have seen it before, man. I did a real good job on it. And then I got my my socks. I get my socks from BRS, man. You want to get the felt and not the I can't remember what the other one is. But you just get the felt socks. They grab a lot of particles better and you know, waste. So here's my Space Saver jugs. So you know, us being when we go on trips and things like that, I put ad lines on all of them, and I labeled them mag, alk, and calc, and then I made little marks right here. And I did this so that if I'm gone for 2 or 3 weeks, my girlfriend, she'll know what additives to add and where to put it in, and then that corresponds with the same. So mag left and mag, you know what I mean? So it's all the same right there. And then these are my timers that I run for it, right? So see, you can see I've got them all ready to go, and they're all separate. Unfortunately, they do make 2 slots. There's two plugs right here, but your alkalinity dosing and your calcium dosing could be totally different, so it's best to dose them all separately. That's about it. I got these like little hooks from the flea market. I thought they were kind of nifty, actually. We'll just get a step back. So that's the top of the tank, bottom right there. So you can't tell, but all this veneer right here, or whatever you call it, this wood was all really tan, or really light color pine wood, and all the hinges and door handles were like this really tacky fixtures. So I went to Lowe's and bought real nice furnished, real nice dark colors. Restained it, did everything. When I first got the tank, there's my blue link, right? What? Say I'm big. So when I first got my tank, all the glass and everything was just covered with like this like 1/4 inch thick algae layer, and I got it. It just looked horrible, and I vinegar bathed it and stained it, resanded everything, got all the algae off the glass, and fixed everything up, and that's Billy Bardot rock in there, man. Except for the Picani in the back. The Picani was bought. BRS sells a lot of good dry rock. It was dry Picani rock, and it does good. But this is all mainly rock that he gave me. A couple of pieces aren't, but most of it is. And I really like this Tonga branch rock, man. If you get a hold of this Tonga branch rock, it's a little expensive, but it's really cool, man. It just really adds some neat looking character to your tank. Here's a side view here. My little Cocoa Feather Duster. The one right there is not coming out right now, but he's usually out. You can see my little red sea star. My red Phomia. My little flipper scraper. These are pretty nice to have. These are nice, Paul, because they have replacement blades that you can buy for like $5-10. Blades last you a long time. They also make acrylic blades if you want acrylic. But flipper scraper's nice. These comes in 3 different sizes. Small, this is medium, and large. These are around about $40. Pretty good. You can get all the stuff off BRS, man. But that's it, brother. I hope you enjoyed it. Oh yeah, stay away from this stuff, man. This is deadly. I'll give it to you if you want it, but I'm not too big of a fan. Nitrate reducer, no bucks. Yeah, gotta watch that. This is my alkalinity I use. I use the ESV. It's really good stuff. It's honestly not that too expensive, but it's a little bit above the other brands. This is my little test kit stuff. I just keep it out. So see, I got my my Red Sea stuff, everything else like that, and I got all my little test kits, and I got I keep my nitrate test kit out at all times too. All right, man. Let me run you by the quarantine real quick, and I promise we'll get off here. So this is my bright ass quarantine tank I got. I got a new light for it. It's almost too bright. It's not too bad, but the quarantine. I don't do water change on a lot, but I got a nice like little Phoenix heater. You know, it's pretty decent. It's titanium. But I keep it running, and you know, I just keep live rock and stuff. So if I ever have to run copper, that's fine. I'll just, you know what I mean, I'll just do that. But I quarantine my fish, and you know, in hopes that I don't really have to come to that one day. But if I do for a reason, it's no big deal. That's why picking what you want first. Oh, it's also, man, don't forget, dude, it's important to get power strips that have individual cutoff switches. You want all individual cutoff switches, man. So when you're doing a water change or something, you can just pop it off. These little Phoenix heaters are pretty nice. See, they're not too expensive. I just run like a normal, like little, you know, simple mercury thermometer, and I got a nice like little light for it. I can grow corals. I can quarantine some corals. That light will keep LPS and soft corals pretty well. Not so much SPS. Some of the SPS corals they prefer less light, like meteor showers and stuff like that. So now we're into the bedroom, and I'll show you the RODI system. So here's my RODI system. It's the Stage 6 Universal Plus, and it's leaking some water out right here, unfortunately. Ever since I changed out the filter, it's been kind of leaking water a little bit, but not much. I think it just stays up in the line right here. So anyways, there's a little thing, and then, you know, you got your TDS meter back here. That's really nice to have. And the TDS meter and the pressure gauge, it comes with this particular model. I like the BRS things. I can get a 32 gallon Brute trash can will fill up in about, I want to say like around maybe like 12 hours, I guess, something like that. I might be off a little bit. And then of course, you know, you've got your test strips, and these are the trash cans with the dim lights. Really hard to see. Yeah, but here's my trash can. You really can't see it too good. But that's everything, man. That's the whole grand tour. I know it's kind of a lot of information at one time. Like I said, I'm trying to help a buddy out. You know, just kind of like trying to get him back into reefing. He was a reefer for a while, and now he's getting back into it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please comment if you have any suggestions, anything you thought could be improved or what have you. Let me know, and look forward to hearing from it later.